Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Megan here. Thanks so much for tuning in. I know it's been like a ridiculously long amount of time since I've sat down and actually filmed in front of you guys, but I was planning, I really wanted to do that purple makeup tutorial that I asked you guys about on my Instagram. Like, I haven't forgotten, I swear I haven't forgotten, but I ordered some makeup online from Sephora that I thought would really complement it well. And I'm still waiting for it to show up, and so I figured, since I was wanting to film that today, but I don't think the makeup's gonna show up today, I'm gonna film my monthly favorites for you guys. So if you like these kinds of videos, then please go ahead and thumbs this up. If you like my new filming setup, also please let me know. I finally got my hands on a tripod, so oh yeah, stepping up in the world. Okay, but yeah, these are my favorites, so let's go ahead and get into it. I'll start with my palettes. I'll start with the ones that probably aren't going to be a surprise because I've already talked about them quite a bit. The first one is In the Balm of Your Hand, the Volume 1 palette. Not the second one. I haven't got my hands on the second one. I don't think I'm going to because there are a few repeat shades and I don't necessarily think it will be worth my money to do so. But I just get so much use out of this palette. I don't think you guys understand. I'm wearing the Hot Mama blush today, and this is the blush that I've used the least, and I love it. I think it is so beautiful with this look today. I mean, those blushes, especially Cabana Boy is my favorite. Like, I wear those two blushes like practically every day. And then Bahama Mama is a really good bronzer. Like, even if you're fair complected, as long as you have like the right type of brush to apply it with. Like, I use an IT Cosmetics stippling brush because stippling brushes really help sort of mute the color. And so if you have a shade that's too dark or too orange, if you apply it with a stippling brush, it will definitely help. And so that's how I apply that. And these eyeshadows down there are so gorgeous. And then Mary Luminizer, that's like the only highlight that I wear. And the creams are a different story. I think I've mentioned how they've fallen out, the pans, and actually like almost all of these pans are completely loose, so fingers crossed that I handle it gently enough for them to not fall out and break. Okay, and then I have, of course, my Modern Renaissance palette by Anastasia. There's no way anybody is going to be surprised by that. Like, this is the most versatile palette I think I've ever owned in my life. Like, you can do so many orange looks and so many purple looks and so many matte looks, and the shimmers are incredible, and you have a light highlight color, you have like dark colors to darken the outer view with. Like, if you haven't gotten your hands on it, get your hands on it. You won't regret it, I swear. And then the one palette that you guys might be surprised that I mentioned is the Lorac Unzipped palette. Now, this is the original Lorac Unzipped palette, and this was my first high-end purchase ever, and this will always have a special place in my heart because this can create so many beautiful looks, and the formula is really good. It's not the same formula as the Pro palettes from Lorac, and as a matter of fact, I prefer this formula more. But not only is it just a beautiful array of colors, but you can do a lot of one shadow looks with this, which is something that I just recently have started to appreciate. I don't know if a lot of people necessarily think of that, but the brown that I'm wearing today is just a one shadow look. I put it on and I blend it out, and it's beautiful. And this is something that I actually used to do when I first started out with makeup. This was something that I would wear pretty regularly. So this Unspoken color, that matte brown, beautiful. It's incredible. Like, I love that for just a one shadow look. These colors, Unbelievable and Unattainable, they're both like versions of a rose gold color. They're both beautiful as just a one shadow look. Like, these are all, a lot of them are sort of just mid-tone colors, and mid-tone colors are what you need to just do a one shadow look. And so Unbelievable, Unattainable, Uncensored, Unspoken, maybe even Undiscovered would all be a beautiful one shadow look. Like, this is such an easy palette for any beginner or anybody else. Like, I still swear by this, and this was my very first makeup purchase. Okay, now let's get into some of the makeup that you haven't heard me talk about. Okay, let me start with these Colourpop Ultra Matte lipsticks. Now, I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong, but I feel like these were supposedly really, really dry when they came out. Like, that was the complaint that everybody had about it. And then that's the reason that Colourpop came out with their like ultra satins, I think. I could be crazy. This could not even be the formula, but this is what I think it was. But I don't find these to be drying whatsoever. And I don't even think I could take like that good care of my lips. And that sounds bad, but like, I don't really like to exfoliate my lips. I feel like sometimes that just backfires and makes my lips more chapped. And so I don't necessarily exfoliate in fear of that, essentially. But just like putting chapstick on like overnight and then wearing these the next day, like they wear so well. They don't look dry. Like this nude color is what I'm wearing right now. And my only complaint of these, and it's not even a complaint, it could be for someone else, but like these colors both sort of dry down to be a bit darker than they look in the tube. So for example, like this looks a lot more brown on my skin tone and a bit darker than it looks in the tube. But I still love this color when paired with like a brown makeup look, which is sort of why I decided to do it, because I was trying to figure out how I would wear this nude, and then I was like, oh, you know, maybe if I paired it with more like earthy, neutral brown tones, and that's how I would wear it. And I love this makeup look. I wore it to work yesterday and I got so many compliments on it. But they do dry down a bit darker than they look in the tube, but they are so comfortable and they're so long wearing, and they really are pigmented. Like, I love these, and I definitely want to get more colors in the shade range for these Colourpop Ultra Mattes. Okay, and I'm going to talk about my eyebrow products, like the products that I swear by. And so that's going to be the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and that's paired with the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. These make my eyebrows look so good, I feel like. I feel like I have such good control about how they come out looking when I use these. And this color is such a good match for my sort of hair color. If you're like a dirty blonde, you're gonna wanna get this in the shade Taupe. And this Control Freak Brow Mascara, I wish, you know, the wand, like the applicator, was a bit smaller, like, you know, the size of the Benefit Gimme Brow. But you know, this still works fine because it's a clear brow gel. It's not doing anything except setting the hair, so that's not necessarily necessary. But this is a really good gel because it doesn't make your eyebrows feel crusty or like cemented down onto your face to the point where like you don't want to move your eyebrows. Because I've definitely used eyebrow gels that like you move your eyebrows and you're like, wow, I don't want to do that anymore because it just feels so weird with the eyebrow gel. And then, I mean, this NYX Micro Brow Pencil just speaks for itself. It's a super tiny tip. I would show you guys what it looks like, but I'm about out of it. It won't really move up anymore, but it's a super fine tip, and it's a relatively dry pencil, which is what I like, because I have thick eyebrow hairs, and so I don't need something really, really thick, but super good. And now I have the NYX Cream Blush, and I have it in the shade Boho Chic. And I haven't broke this bad boy out in a pretty long time, but I did recently, and this color is so stunning. Like, especially if you have similar to my complexion, it's so pretty. It gives such a healthy sheen to the face. It's such a beautiful color, and it does last all day long. I love it. And then I have the NYX Dark Circle Corrector. This is an awesome concealer because it's easy, but it's effective, and that's what I like. Like, you know how, you know, the Maybelline Master Conceal, I think is what it's called, like the apricot shade, like the really apricot, almost completely just like orange shade, how that's like all over the internet right now, but it's like that's straight up orange, and so you need to conceal it with another concealer, and it's like, I don't have time for that. I don't want to have time for that. So I just like to use this because it is just peachy enough to really be effective when it comes to canceling out your dark circles, but it still is skin tone color enough that you don't need to conceal it with another concealer, because I just never understood concealing concealers with more concealers. Like, I just never understood that. Okay, and then my last makeup product is this Rimmel Scandal Eyes in this nude color. It's wiped off, but yeah, they're waterproof Kohl Kajal, and it's just in the nude color. I just need to go get another sharpener because I don't know what happened to mine, and it looks retractable, but it's definitely not. You need a sharpener for it. And I love putting just nude, eyeliner into the waterline, regardless of how simple I want my look to be that day, or full face. Like, you can do it either way, and I love just like the really simple and quick effect it has with transforming your makeup. Okay, and then I have my skincare, and if you haven't watched my skincare video, I'll just give you the really short lowdown right now. But pretty much this Pixi Double Cleanse is so incredible. Like, I love it, love it, love it, love it so much. Like, cleansing with a balm is awesome. The cleanser in there is awesome. And so it removes all of my makeup. Like, sometimes I felt like my makeup was just sitting on my face, and this just really ensures that it's all gotten taken off and it's not tugging at my skin whatsoever when I remove it. And then this Hydrating Milky Serum by Pixi is also incredible. Like, I feel like my skin is dealing with foundations a lot better than it was before I started using this. And what I mean by that is, like, my skin used to look a lot more dry underneath foundations. Like, I'm wearing the Rimmel one today, and this would have already looked like really dry and flaky if I was not using this Pixi serum twice a day. Like, I know that this is definitely part of the reason why I can wear matte foundations now, because this helps just moisturize my skin so, so much. And then on top of that serum also is definitely this Burts Intense Hydration Night Cream with Clary Sage. Now, I don't necessarily need to only use this during the night, because it's very emollient and it's very moisturizing, but I can also still wear this as a daily moisturizer. Like, if I know I'm not gonna wear makeup that day, then I might put this on just to wear throughout the day anyway, because it does help. Like, these two, if you have dry skin, like, I would check this out. I know it's a bit of a investment, but I feel like this is gonna last me a very long time because you only need a couple drops. And this, I still have quite a bit of this jar left, and I've probably had it for like 2 months. Yeah, I think somewhere around 2 months. I don't know. Okay. And then I'm gonna be basic because some people like to mention perfumes that are their favorite, and I definitely have a perfume favorite of the month, well, of the year, of my life, pretty much. And it is by Jennifer Aniston, and it is Near Dusk. That's what it's called. I got this at Kohl's. I'm obsessed. I've always been obsessed with like the warm amber, like musky scents. So like Cashmere Glow at Bath & Beyond. Cashmere Glow at Bath & Body Works is my favorite. I used to own that in like, the body spray, the body wash, the exfoliator, which actually isn't that bad. I owned it in everything, but I don't know if they don't make the actual like eau de toilette or whatever, but I can't find it in any of the Bath & Body Works that I shop at in person. And so I set out, I was like, I'm gonna find a perfume that smells exactly like Cashmere Glow. And it took me a freaking long time, but I got it. And if you want something that smells like Cashmere Glow, go to Kohl's and pick up Jennifer Aniston's Near Dusk. You can thank me later. All right, you guys, that is my monthly favorites. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.